All right, so in this short video, what I want to do is I want to show you how to do your MLA works cited assignment quickly, how to find sources, because if you look at the assignment itself, you have to find five different types of articles, right? You have to find a citation from an article with one author, an article with two authors, an article with three or more authors, a citation from a book, and a citation from a scholarly or academic journal, right? So, how do you find these sources? Where do you go? Um, a citation from an article with one author is pretty easy because, I mean, most articles online usually just have one author. But the rest might be a bit tricky, right? Because now you have to find an article with exactly two authors, an article with three or more authors, a citation from a book. That can take some time. So I'm going to show you how to do this quickly and um, more importantly, just how to find sources for any other papers that you write. Whether you write another paper in 112, right? You write your cause and effect paper, or you write a paper in English 220. If you move up to English 220 and you're writing a paper for that class, where do you find citations? Where do you find articles? Where do you find sources? First thing you want to do is you want to head on over to the College of the Marshall Islands website, the homepage. When you click into the homepage, what you're going to do is you're going to scroll all the way to the bottom. And in the bottom, you have this section called Quick Links. In this section called Quick Links, there is a link for the library. And what you want to do is you want to click into that link. When you click into this link, you have three of the college library databases. Now, if you've taken CMI 101, you know you've done this before. If you haven't taken CMI 101, maybe you haven't learned how to do research using the databases. But in this one, I'm just going to show you how to use JSTOR because JSTOR, what I'm going to do is teach you a hack. And it's a hack because if you look for your citations, all of these articles and citations using JSTOR, the citations are already done for you. All you have to do is then paraphrase or insert the quotation directly from your in-text citation. But the works cited page is already done for you. And I'm going to show you what I mean in a second. So let's go on JSTOR. And what I'm going to do is you can pick any topic you want, any topic that is interesting to you. So I'm really into sleep, the science of sleep, sleep deprivation, what happens when you lose sleep. So in the search, and pick a different topic because otherwise, it might end up looking a lot like my works cited assignment. But I'm just going to pick sleep deprivation and I'm going to click search. You can type pollution, cigarettes, cancer, whatever it is that you want to research or do research in. And now you have all these results. So I have 19,000 results for sleep deprivation. What happens when you lose sleep? What happens when the brain loses sleep? What happens when the body loses sleep? In this first article, right? What happens to memories, sleep deprivation, and false memories? But here's the thing. So looking at my assignment, right? If I'm a student and I'm doing this assignment, I my second one says a citation from an article with two authors. Well, if you search on JSTOR, you can see all the authors listed here. So this one has one, two, three, four, five authors. So I can't use this source for that citation. Here, this would be perfect. Assessing sleep in adolescence through a better understanding of sleep physiology. Sounds pretty advanced, but it has two authors, Nancy M. George and Jean, I believe, E. Davis. So this would be perfect for this one. A citation from an article with two authors. I found one because here it tells me that this article here has two authors. Okay, how about the next one? A citation from an article with three or more authors. Okay, so to find an article with three or more authors, I can use the first one here because this one has one, two, three, four, five. So because this article has five authors, I can use this article to do my citation for number three. And obviously, to get into the reading, you just hit download, accept and download, and it downloads the article for you. At that point, you can decide how you want to insert your in-text citation. Do you want to paraphrase it like I showed you, or do you want to insert the quote directly? You might want to read a little bit. And remember that these have page numbers. So you do have to insert the page numbers. You got to be very careful because online articles don't have page numbers. So you don't have to worry about that. But for these types of articles, they do have page numbers. So keep that in mind. You always have to put the page number in the in-text citation. Um, and if you've seen the videos, if you've been watching, you know what I'm talking about. If not, go back and watch how the assignment is done. Okay, so anyhow, next, a citation from a book. Okay, so where do you find a citation from a book? Well, it's very easy. Here at the top, it tells you what kind of reading you're looking at. So this is a journal article. This is also a journal article. This here is a book chapter. So this this citation here is coming from a literal book. So if you download this, right, this is a chapter from a book. So sleep, the significance of sleep. So you can download literal book chapters from JSTOR, and you can also search. So if you refine your results, you can see here on the left-hand side, it says here academic content. What kind of content are you looking for? Are you looking for journals? Are you looking for book chapters? If you're looking for book chapters, just click the book chapters. Now, all of these are book chapters, and you can choose which one you want. The Road to a Healthy Child, Hygiene, Nutrition, Physical Exercise, and Sleep. Barriers to Achieving Healthy Sleep. Circadian Timing, from Genetics to Behavior. Okay, so you can look at all of these. This one just says sleep, right? You can look at all of these book chapters and decide which one you want to use for your citation for your book chapter. And then the last one, a citation from a scholarly or academic journal. So where do you find that? Well, it's easy. This is an academic journal. You just unclick book chapters and just click journals because now you're just looking at academic journals and just pick one that you haven't used yet. So this one says, I don't know, let me find this one's an interesting. Later start time for teens, improve grades, mood, and safety. So this article talks about when schools start later, teens improve their grades, their mood, and their safety. So there you go. I already found four citations. And how long did that take me? Like 5 minutes, right? You can do this assignment very fast. Now, here's the thing. When you do your works cited, right? When you insert whatever um your in-text citation, you also remember the second paper, or excuse me, not the second paper, the second page is the works cited, right? I've been teaching you how to do the works cited on your own manually because sometimes when you find an article online and you cite it from an online website, it's not going to have a citation. You have to know how to do it yourself, which is what I've been teaching you. But on JSTOR, it has this citation button here. So let's say I use this one, right? Sleep deprivation and false memories. Um, and I hit cite. If I use this citation is already done for me. You can see here at the top, it's already in MLA format. The whole citation is already done. You can ignore these two, Chicago and APA, because we don't use Chicago, we don't use APA, we only use MLA. And here's this button. All you do is click on it, and now you have it copied. Once you have it copied, you can go back to your assignment, and here you have, right, my works cited page. I look at the first letter. Remember that the works cited has to be in alphabetical order. So if it has to be in alphabetical order, I'm just looking at the first letter. The first letter starts with an F. I see here. This one starts with a B. This one starts with an S. So I'm going to stick it in the middle. I'm going to hit paste. Make sure when you paste, you hit merge formatting because if you don't, if you hit keep text only, the italics goes away. You can see, right? If you look at the word here, psychological science and JSTOR, right? If you hit merge formatting, you can see it becomes italicized. And that's the way it should look. Because if you just leave it like this, right, you won't have the italics. And if you just keep source formatting, then you can see the whole thing is just messed up. So make sure you hit merge formatting, click that option, and that's it. The whole citation is done. And if you want the link to appear, like here you see the link in blue, here you see the link in blue. To make the link appear here, you just click on the period after the link and you just hit the space bar. And you can see that the link now appears. So that's how you insert the works cited. And then all you got to do is, um, obviously do your in-text citation the way you've been learning throughout this assignment or as I've been showing you. And that's pretty much it. I mean, that's all you got to do. This is how you find sources quickly, and this is how you get um, basically sources for your future papers. JSTOR is a great research. It's already got your citation ready to go. All you really have to do is just dive into the reading, just hit download and read a little bit, figure out what parts agree with whatever it is that you're arguing for, and then go ahead and go ahead and complete your assignment. Okay, so, and as always, email me if you have any questions, and that's pretty much it. So I hope this was helpful, and let me know again if you need anything to get this assignment done.